Josh, can I get your thoughts? What do you make of the celebrities, of course, choosing to speak up against ICE, yet being quiet on Iran, and of course your thoughts on Dua Lipa speaking out for the people there?
Well, I actually take a bit of a nuanced approach because I know Natalie Portman was mentioned there, but of course, she's always been a massive advocate for the state of Israel. She obviously grew up there. She's worked there, and she obviously previously spoke out for the hostages and support of the
Hmm.
hostages, showing solidarity. So I look at it kind of on an individual case by case basis. I think it's of course rather predictable. We know about celebrities in Hollywood leaning towards the left of the political agenda, supporting the Democrat Party. We know of people like George Clooney going to fundraisers for Obama and Biden and all of that sort of stuff. So people like Jane Fonda, who's been very big on climate and anti-gun, and has been politically active. Of course, she's going to speak against ICE because of course what has been going on in the United States when it comes to the shooting of some of these people has been absolutely tragic, and it should not have happened. But of course it's seen as very much Donald Trump's crackdown on immigration, which is, by the way, of course, along the same similar sort of lines that other presidents have done. We know that President Barack Obama also deported tens upon tens of thousands of people from America, from the United States as well. But ICE is a kind of an extended symbol of Trump. So, of course, a lot of the left wing activists are going to come out in support, or I would say against that, and in support of, all of these other kind of left wing movements. I think it's rather predictable. And I think that's the thing when it comes to a case. I want to treat it on a case by case basis. Natalie Portman, of course, she's been a very outspoken advocate for the state of Israel and the hostages. And then you've got Dua Lipa, who's actually, of course, has been very much on the pro-Palestinian side of things. And now actually she's one of these people that is speaking out on Iran, because I think a lot of people are highlighting the hypocrisy of people within the pro-Palestinian movement. For example, people like Cynthia Nixon, who have been so outspoken in support of Gaza, but yet does not say a single thing about Iran. Well, in this case, actually, fair enough to Dua Lipa. She's putting her money where her mouth is, and she's going, well, I can actually say this is terrible and this is terrible all at the same time. So, I mean, listen, I would just say it's very predictable, the silence. People like me from the Jewish community have been wearing our yellow ribbons for 2 years in support of the hostages, bearing in mind it's a apolitical symbol. And of course, I've only recently taken it off because the last hostage was returned home. But of course, we've been shouting from the rooftops, and we've seen firsthand the support from Iranians in the diaspora supporting the Jewish people worldwide against this persecution that we've been facing. Of course, we saw it firsthand in Bondi Beach as well. So, I take a view on celebrities. I
Yeah.
think people will always have their platforms. People will always want to get on their soapbox. If they want to be hypocritical, let them.